everything just disappeared off my screen. So that was a lot of fun. So let's get situated here, and then we'll everything just.
Oops.
Oh, got a secondary voice there.
And I
How
will
long does that
mute
take to turn that down?
Sorry.
How long?
Do you need me to put this on your page too, or where?
Well, as soon as I get on here, I'm going to see if I can do it. I'm going to
Okay,
see if
'cause
I can do it.
I was only allowed to share it to mine.
Yeah, well, we'll see what's going on here. Folks, my computer is acting very, very slow. So, like really slow. Things are just disappearing. It's crazy. All right, let me get this up and running here and share it before I start the show officially. Boom. I'll share it to mine. Aha! That should be on mine.
And for some reason, it did not share to my page. It might have shared to the Chiller Night Theater page, and I'm not sure why I can't go in under myself.
All right, folks, just give me a few more seconds here. Few more seconds.
I can't. I'm stuck under Chiller Night Theater.
Are you? That's all right. That's okay. It's. I got it. Okay. All right. So, now I'll open up the chat, and then we will get this started. Oh, jeez. All right. Looks like we're good. So now it's time to start. Hey, it's Brian Hogue. Welcome to another week of having the Chiller Night Live pre-show. I am here. I have my silent partner with me.
Hello.
Or she's not silent, but she is non-visible.
Yes.
So Ava is sitting very comfortably on a very plush chair in my office. I mean the outside dark domain. Oh, it's hazardous here with all these werewolves and zombies walking about. So I want to thank you all for joining us. I was running a tad bit behind schedule just because I had entered all the information in, I had entered everything in, and lo and behold, things just start disappearing off my screen. So I hope the show runs smoothly tonight. We will see. But I don't know where I got the software, probably from Dominion. But things just started disappearing. And, anyways, John says, hello again. Hello, my friend. Hey, John, thanks for joining us. The Angry Pennsylvanian fired up. It is fired. And Bonehead says, hey, Angry PA. Brad Beckwith. It's the Chiller Night pre-show of Brian Hogue, starring Brian Hogue. Now, here's Brian. What's on the night, Brian? I will tell you in but mere moments. The Angry Pennsylvanian says, sup, Bonehead? Not much. Hope you're doing good, he says. Brian says, hello, everyone. Hey, Brian. Craig says, hi. Hey, Craig. Thanks for joining us. All right, getting caught up on some of the salutation exchanges here. Johnson, and now it's our show of shows, Chiller Night Live pre-show. All right. And Dale says, I'm at work, but I'll try to participate and listen in. All right, Dale, when we get to the watch party, I'll see if you're on here, and if so, we'll have you introduce next week's movie when we get to that. Right now, I want to recognize our affiliates and sponsors of past. Vicelli Pizza, Butler, PA. David Long, if you're on here, I want to thank you for all the support you've given us over the last couple of years with all things Chiller Night and with the Harrisville Haunted House, and also Gross Fest. Jack Shadow is the official horror host of Gross Fest, and hope to see you, all of you guys, in 2021. And of course, you'll be watching, hopefully, Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat all night tonight on Stream TV at streammedia.tv. Also, get a chance, I'm cutting my fingers off there. Check out Chop Block TV, that's CBTV, their Roku channel, and they have Amazon Fire Stick as well. And on the other side of that is the Dead Vault. So check that out. Scott Paulson, he actually runs Chop Block TV and the Dead Vault. So check it out, check it out. All right, so on to Brad's question. What's on tonight, Brian? Here we go. Look at that. 9 p.m. coming up, The Beast from Haunted Cave. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Phil Wilson. And that was a great episode. I just love that episode. I know I've raved about that before. Phil is, of course, an amazing artist who was involved. He and Rick Catazone. Rick was actually one of my instructors at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, but they worked on the Creep Show artwork for the animated segments on the Creep Show movies, Creep Show 1 and 2, and also on the Creep Show series, spearheaded by Greg Nicotero. You know him of from The Walking Dead, and also from all the George Romero Dead movies as well, doing working on special effects. So it was a real pleasure having Phil Wilson on the show. 11:30 p.m. Chiller Night Theater, The Last Man on Earth with the late great Vincent Price. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Joshua D. Maley. Joshua is an independent filmmaker and author, and he talks about his movies and books and writings and works, and that's an interesting one as well. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. Night of the Living Dead. So there you have it. There you have it. So, good lineup tonight. Very good lineup tonight. Let's see. Al says, hi, everyone. Brad says, sorry that I didn't make it last week. I was busy watching the Biden-Harris acceptance presidential election speech. Okay, well, that's fine. You managed to fit all that on the line, did you? But that's all right. Well, we're glad you're with us this week there, Brad. Al says, hi, Brian. Hey, Al, how you doing? John says, can we get a drum roll? You can get a drum roll. Who wants a drum roll? Who wants that drum roll? Look at that. Look at that. You got a drum roll right there. And we'll pull that bad boy back up again when it's time for the Watch Party movie announcement. So, all right. So the Angry Pennsylvania. I keep forgetting that Brian went to the. I keep forgetting that went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, Brian. Yes, yes, I did. A long time ago. I graduated back in 95. Yeah, it's been a while. The Angry Pennsylvanian Glam. Okay, Glam must be on here joining us, so pleasure to have you, Glam. Glam, thanks. We can't see you. You are invisible to us.
No.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, still can't see her or Tom Paisley.
Really?
Tom, by the way, I want to mention Tom Paisley had a birthday on November 12th, so we want to wish Tom a happy birthday.
Tom.
Happy birthday, Tom. What was that, Thursday? So, Bonehead says, tonight's movies are a COVID collection. They're a lot like life nowadays.
Well,
Wow.
I'm out of the quarantine now.
Right. We were quarantined. Ava and I were just quarantined, and Bradley, and we just got out.
Awful.
It was awful. Well, none of us, we were all negative. We all got tested negative, but we didn't know. I went ahead and I got tested prior to Ava.
Tell them what happened with yours, though.
Oh, I told that. I told that
did you
story
really?
last
That
week.
your label fell off?
Yeah, I had to get it done twice.
Oh my
that was a lot of
goodness.
fun. But anyways, as of yesterday, we are in the clear. But before that, we didn't know, and so we had to just follow the,
Because
the
we had
guidelines.
people
Yeah,
fall out beside us, so it's
being in contact with somebody who tested positive. So, but
dodge that one.
yeah.
much too.
Bonehead says, "Happy birthday, Tom." Is Tom with us tonight? I wonder.
Well, I thought he made another profile so we could see him.
Yeah, Clayton Bodang.
That's it.
Something like that. Clayton.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Clayton on there. And then, how did the Brad says, how did the Harrisville Haunted House go for this year with revenue and people?
Wonderful.
Went really well. Went very well. I was very happy, and I think the borough is as well. In fact, I'm sure they are. But I was very happy with everything. I'm very pleasantly surprised with how things went. The Angry Pennsylvanian says, "Happy birthday, Tom! Scorpios unite!" Okay. Is he on here? Is Tom on here? Tom, if you're with us, happy birthday. I hope you had a great day. I hope you did. And there's Boba Fett. I wondered where he was. All right, put him back up here. Nobody puts Boba in the corner. From Dirty Dancing. Wasn't it Dirty Dancing?
Oh,
When he puts baby in the corner.
Oh.
All right, Boba, baby. Ah, all right. Things I find funny. All right, so there's a schedule. All right, watch party. Dale, are you still with us? Dale. We'll wait to see if and I'll be talking about the haunted house a little bit later too, because I'm still very heavily involved with that. I'm still tearing it down. But Dale, if you're with us, we will go for the announcement of the movie coming up on next Thursday on the 19th. So let's see. Brad says now the other hard part is taking down the haunted house. Yeah. Oh, okay. Dale answered yes. All right. Good sir, if you'd like to announce the movie, I will initiate the drum roll. Look at that. Here we go. Now the movie for next Thursday on November 19th on the Chiller Night Facebook group page at 8 p.m. Eastern Time will be, I have to compensate for a delay here. The movie will be, it's probably typing it right now. It will be, Monster in the Closet.
I just lost my phone in the chair.
Oh, well, you can just, we'll get it later. We'll get it later. Ava lost her phone in the chair, in the big comfy chair.
I just ate it.
All right. Well, anyways, Monster in the Closet. What's that from? Oh, there he says 1986. So, if you've been enjoying the don't you bump my camera.
I'll try not to.
Oh, guard her.
It is inside the chair.
Don't let her make a move,
Oh,
Boba. If you see her coming
baby.
toward that camera, you know what to do.
What am I gonna do with
All right.
it?
Anyways, if you've been enjoying the movies, and I hope you have, I hope you get to stop by. I don't get to. I never really get to on those Thursdays, but just check them out. Join in. If you're not a member of the Children A Facebook group page, request to become a member. We'll let you in. Like I said, there's no secret handshake. There's no quiz. There's not even, sometimes they have you answer 3 questions or something like that to make sure that you're not a bot, I guess. I don't know. I don't even think we make you do that. I don't know. But jump on there, join. Oh, Ava. Really?
Yes.
You're totally going to bump this.
I
totally
need my phone. You're okay. I'm not gonna bump any of your cameras.
What the?
I don't know.
You guys, I should have another camera pointing so you can see what's going on. But anyways, there's a monster in the closet, Brad says. Does the monster come out of the closet? It says on the thing it's coming out, so Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's more to this movie than we know. But anyways, Monster in the Closet will be the movie for Thursday night. Maybe we can get that on, after the show. You just
I'm
behave.
trapped.
You just behave,
I'm
young lady.
trapped. No phone.
I'll tell you.
No, I can't read anything.
All right. Hopefully we won't have to utilize Boba Fett again. But if we do, oh. But anyways, Bonehead says Miss Ava is playing the Invisible Woman tonight. Yes. Do you see? They have to hear you, I'm sure, pretty clearly. And Brad says, "Watch the camera equipment, Ava." Yeah,
I'm trying.
Ava.
I can't believe the chair ate my phone.
John says, "Next week, Elf on the Shelf." Oh, hey, that is coming up, isn't it? I'm surprised. I just can't get over how, we are, 2 weeks away, and less than 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. In fact, I mentioned this in probably in 2 weeks from tonight, I'll be putting up our Christmas tree.
Is that after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that'll be after
Okay.
Thanksgiving. The weekend after Thanksgiving is when I would.
Okay.
I would like
wow,
to put
that's
it up.
creeping up real quick.
Yeah, I'm a big fanatic for the holidays. I love the holidays. Of course, you know how I feel about Halloween, but I'm big on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just
You gonna
always
mention Brent sticking his up?
Oh yeah, that's right. Ava's boy, my stepson Brent. He and his girlfriend, they put up their Christmas tree already at the beginning of the week. So, like, wow, that's I love Christmas, but that's pretty soon. But yeah. So I don't know about Elf on the Shelf for next week, John, but we'll see what's going on. But did you guys know? I wanted to throw this out there. Let me get this poster off here. Boom. Bonehead says the holidays, food, glorious food. Yeah, my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, you should ask. Are they staying in? Or are they going somewhere?
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Are you living in a state
quarantine?
where you can only have a couple people at your house under the Orwellian guidelines of certain states, or are you going to be going to your loved ones' homes and celebrate the holidays? Do tell. Brad says 2020 is a year that everyone would love to forget. Darn you, COVID. Well, yeah. Yeah, I know it. It crept into even with interfering with on a lesser scale, and because people's healths are obviously the most important thing to consider, but even on our smaller scale, interfering with our haunted house, our event, like I told everybody who participated, don't look at the last 2 nights that we didn't have. Look at the 8 great nights that we did have. So, I'm just happy we got to have it. So,
right.
So there.
Yeah.
Dawn says, I will be taking my dog out. You're going to take your dog out for Thanksgiving? Is that it? Well, I'm not even sure what we're doing yet. We'll, I guess we'll figure it out. I know we're staying here, but. All right, I saw this earlier on. That was one of the things that disappeared on me when I was trying to start the show. The news of a Creepshow animated holiday special. Yeah, you heard me right. The Creepshow holiday special, which is supposed to be coming out in December. Now, let me ask you something. I don't know how many of you have the Shudder channel or just knew about this. Evidently, they had a Creepshow animated Halloween special. I don't know. I didn't watch it because I was a little preoccupied in October. I didn't know anything about it until today when I ran across the article. But evidently, they're having a Creepshow animated holiday special in December. So let me know if you know anything at all about that. I had the article pulled up. I don't want to try to pull that up again while I'm doing this, but I was going to read some of the stuff right off of there. But and then I got in touch with Phil Wilson, who had worked on the animation from Creepshow 1 and 2 and the series, and asked him if he was involved. And unfortunately, he wasn't involved in that. And I can't understand why they wouldn't have he or Rick Catazone involved in the animation for that. So that's too bad. They did a fantastic job.
I'm gonna try to get this phone out, baby.
You're gonna sit out in the hall, young lady.
It's in the chair.
Anyways, okay. Now you asked me about the haunted house a little earlier, so I will play a. This is a minute and a half of just what it looks like over. Well, as of the 8th, it's actually what you see behind me and around me. It looks a lot different than even that, because within a few days of working on that was what, last Sunday, I think. But just in a couple days working on that, I got everything tore down. Even the outside like tent area, that's all tore down, and the rain gutter and the canopy, all that stuff. I got all that stuff. I'm already moving stuff in the storage, but this is just a minute and a half of one of the days in tearing down the haunted house. So here we go. The 8th, and it's about 5:37 in the afternoon, going on evening. It's already getting very dark outside. Not very dark. It's it's gonna be dark very soon. But this is what I got done today. This is Jack Shadow's room, and this is going into the witch room. I don't know how much you can really see that. I should have the light on, but I got all of the stuff tore down except for a couple double panels holding the outside walls up, and then I'd like to, over the next couple of days, get on this tent part, or the canvas part, I guess I should say. But this stuff in here is all tore down. You probably can't see that well. But this is all big empty space here in this pavilion. All these walls and rooms are tore down. And so, quite a bit done. All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice this week, so I want to be over here taking advantage of the nice weather and not be over here every day working in 30, 25 degree weather. So that's no fun. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, so there you have it. There's a little bit of what it looks like over there in the teardown mode. So that's always a good time. Where am I going to put him? All right. Brad says, my wife and I even had a couple of COVID weddings this summer. Mask, social distance, 6 feet, and sanitizers on every table. It was very different than traditional weddings. Yes, I would imagine so. I would definitely imagine. Paul says, hey, Paul, thanks for joining us tonight. Hey there, Jack, Brian, welcome back. Missed you guys. Out there was on a 3-week beer run, stocked up on 4. Hello. Okay. Yeah, stock up. You just never know. Never know. Al says, replying to Brad, bet the honeymoon was fun at 6 feet apart. Bonehead says, hey, Paul, have an icy light for me. Dale says, is everyone enjoying the 80s flicks? Yeah. What do you guys think of that? On the Chiller Night Facebook group page on Thursday nights, so the Thursday night 8 p.m. Eastern Time watch parties. What do you think? And I love it when Dale sends me the titles and the movie posters. A lot of these I've never heard of, and I've watched a lot of horror movies and a lot of the schlocky fun ones in the 80s, but a lot of these they totally went under my radar. So Brad says it's going to be a Facebook Live Thanksgiving this year because of COVID. Facebook Live Thanksgiving.
Probably doing the family thing live on.
Oh, like a
maybe like a FaceTime, maybe.
like FaceTime, Skype, or something like that. I suppose. Yeah, because I know some places are more effective than others. But well, let's see. Yeah, that's coming up real quick. Paul says, Brian, I hope you and your family are safe. Well, I appreciate that, Paul. Yeah, we're doing good. We all tested negative, so we were in quarantine. I don't think you were on here yet. We were in quarantine there for a couple weeks due to coming in contact with somebody who was positive. But we finally found out that we are all negative, so all is well, at least with ours. Oh, I hear a sneeze. Is there a sniffle accompanying it? I hope not. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Well, as of yesterday, we were all negative. Brad says, can't have gatherings like you used to. Well, yeah, we'll get back there. We'll get back to normal. Bonehead says, my favorite 80s flick is John C. John C. See, there's another one. There's another one that I've never heard of. Interesting. John C. Bonehead says, bless you, Miss Ava.
Oh, thank you.
I heard you sneeze. Well, that was... that was very polite.
I am right by the camera.
And, no sneezing, Ava, the angry Pennsylvanian says. You're getting chastised. Now, here's something, when it comes to, I was mentioning the haunted house earlier, but now this is a prop that, now out of the 10 rooms that we had for this year, started last year, this year, 5 of those were different, okay? And in one of those, I built a prop at the last, kind of at the last minute, I guess I should say. But this is kind of what it looked like. This is Bradley. He's laying there so I could kind of get an idea. But you see, obviously, his body is underneath the table, and just his shoulders and head and arms are up above, and then there's the body. and then this is, once one of the actors got in there, that's what it ended up looking like. What's neat about that, because a lot of people would walk past. If you look up, if you look up by her, what would be, if you're looking at the screen, her the closest shoulder to my finger here. If you're looking at it, I guess that'd be her right shoulder. But that was where my door was, so I could always look out and see the people coming through. She'd lay there real still, and then when they get up to her, that's when she'd move, like lurch out to her. It got so many people. That was a neat one. I thought that was a really good effect. I wonder if I can make that bigger. Let's see.
That was good.
That was. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that face and that. And she even took it upon herself to put like skeleton hands and roll her sleeves up, so had these little bony hands. And the body looked all fake, I mean, as far as, you can obviously tell that was not a real body. So a lot of the people just assumed it was a fake, prop sitting there laying there on the table. So that was a lot of fun. But I wanted to show that to you because we didn't have a video. We didn't have a video of the haunt because the cameraman, the night we were going to do it, I pulled the plug on it and shut us down. So, the Angry Pennsylvanian, about you in reference to your sneezing. You've got no sympathy from me, and then he's joking. Brad says, a COVID vaccine cannot come soon enough. It's coming pretty quick. Bonehead says, you ain't gonna hear of John C. I mistyped to say God bless you, Miss Ava. How is that a mistype? All right, I'll take your word for it. Okay, here we go. Or the next line. I meant to type out John Carpenter's The Thing. All right, that makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's a movie I've definitely heard of and watched many times. John Carpenter, can't go wrong with John Carpenter. Paul says my cousin died of COVID 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh! No, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. 2 weeks ago, hug the people you
Aw.
tell or you love. Tell them every day this
My
disease is no
condolences.
joke. No, it's not. No, well, that's a shame. That's my sympathies to you and your family members. So John says he had a real bad night. I'm not sure what comment that was in reference to. All right, but the angry Pennsylvanian says I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. Yeah, very very sorry to hear that. Brad says I'm just glad that all those political advertisements are over after November 3rd. Yay. I think we all are pretty glad about that, Brad. So
Now if they just go away on Facebook.
yeah. All right. So what's next? John says the original Creepshow movie premiered this month in '82. Did it? Oh, that's a neat little trivia fact for tonight. We were talking about Creepshow a little bit ago. All right, folks, I got to bring this up. I got to mention this. Tonight, I have a new purchase.
Yeah, and I'm glad you were able to get one in.
Yeah.
Because you were checking out while I was looking.
I'm going to show this to you, but then I got to show a picture because it's green. Okay, this is look at that. It's an invisible mask. Well, check this out. That's what this looks like, but because it's green, it's not going to show. All right. But this reminded me, it's just a little rubber Frankenstein mask. I guess that's Frankenstein. It looks like Frankenstein. But it was in the bargain bin, originally at $1 at the dollar store. I got it for 30 cents. Yeah, pretty happy about my newest purchase.
Yeah, when I go and look to see if they have anything for me, you're checking out.
I didn't know. I was just so happy because I got to talk to the cashier, older lady, but my age or older. She was talking. I said, to me, this reminds me of the old Ben Cooper costumes, in a way. So we were reminiscing about trick or treat stories of old. And Paul says, thank you guys for that kind comment. Yeah, you're very welcome, Paul. I just, again, my condolences to you and your family members, and that's too bad. It really is. Angry Pennsylvania, he's got a frowny face. Bonehead says, Johnny Cash on a Bender mask. Johnny Cash! Does that look like Johnny Cash? I don't know who else would have seen that, but I guess maybe had a Johnny Cassius kind of look to it. John says that effect looks so cool. No, look at that. I disinfected the inside of the mask too. Stuff you think about now that you just like a year ago it wouldn't have been as prevalent. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of those old Ben Cooper Halloween costumes, and I was pretty happy with my purchase tonight. So just wanted to share that with all of you. All right, so where are we all at here? It is 8:35. 8:35. Shall I put the schedule back up again? By golly, I'm going to do it. Here we go. 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Beast from Haunted Cave. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat, my guest is Phil Wilson. And at 11:30, Chiller Night Theater, the movie is The Last Man on Earth. That, by the way, little trivial fact here. Speaking of those, that was the very first movie that Jack Shadow ever hosted. Back in May of 2008, was The Last Man on Earth on a show called Sleepy Hollow Theater back then. And then in 2015, I changed the name to Chiller Night Theater. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Joshua D. Maley. And 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Nights of the Living Dead. And that version right there will be the one that we did with the Friday Night Frights, where Jack Shadow was interacting with viewers. Those were a lot of fun. And maybe we will bring that up again. For those who are maybe new and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but would like to know, let's see here. Do I have a sample? I do, right there. I don't think the sound's on. It's not supposed to be if it is. But that is, you can see Jack up there, and you can see this like crystal ball right here. That was actually Jack looking into the crystal ball and interacting with the viewers, and that was really cool. That was the first time I've ever done anything like that, you know, with hosting a horror show, and started doing that in the beginning of 2019. Did that all the way up until June. Started it back up in 2020, and we ran that until June. And but that was a lot. That was a lot of fun. I was hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. But and that leads me to what? Wait a minute here. Brad says, I thought the surprise was that Chilly Billy Pittsburgh station finally approved Chiller Night Theater on Me TV every Saturday night. No, they haven't. That would be quite a surprise. That'd be nice. The Angry Pennsylvania says, Brian, I've been meaning to ask, do you have any other events going on other than the haunted house and Gross Fest? No, nope, that's it. Those are the main two, at least for the year. You know, mine and theirs. Theirs being in, when did we did that last one in, we were going to do it in July, and that didn't work out because of COVID, obviously. But I don't know. We'll see if how that plays out. We'll see if we'll get to do that in 2021. So. Gross Fest, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I can't really was looking forward to going again. Brad says, you gotta give them another call or email again, Brian. Yeah, if I just had the time, if I just had a couple more Brians, you know,
Right.
if I could just
And
clone
you still
myself.
have to tear down the haunt too.
I
Brad's
still-
like, since your haunt's over, but you still have to tear down.
Yeah. Last year, to give you an idea, okay, and I might have mentioned it on that video. I might have mentioned it, but I don't have sound when that stuff's going on, so I don't know. But you know, it takes me at least 8 weeks to set that thing up, from an empty facility, an empty structure, to an operating haunted house. Okay, at least 8 weeks, from empty to showtime. Then we have it, and then afterwards, it takes me, you know. Well, I go by last year. Last year I wasn't done until December 20th. You know, because a lot of the times I'm over there by myself, and not that. And in this case, it's not that people didn't offer, but I was in quarantine, so I was only going there. You know, the building was all secure. It was just me over there, and then I was coming back here. But, you know, once I get a few other people to help, it'll go a lot quicker. The problem I ran into last year was I didn't have any way to transport all that stuff from that building to the other building where we were going to store it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, to do that a lot quicker this year. Bonehead says, here's a trivia fact. The opening and first story in Creepshow were filmed in Pittsburgh suburbs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's I didn't know about the first story, but I knew that about the opening. Where did I just read that kind of recently. I'd say recently, within the year, I think, too. So that's kind of neat. That's really cool. Brad says, since you're available again after the Harrisville Haunted House. What's that? Surprise. Oh, about the getting on there about Chilly Billy, or the TV station. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I brought up the Friday Night Frights. Here's kind of what I'd like to do. And I mentioned this last week too. Kind of have everything at the Stream TV. Well, we have everything there. You know, it would just be a matter of organizing a crew, you know, to be there. But what I would like to do, quite, you know, honestly, is to do the shows live every week, every Saturday night from the TV station. If I could make that type of arrangement, I would seriously consider doing that. It's probably at least putting 70 miles on, you know, every Saturday night there and back. But I don't know. I think that'd be cool to actually do the show live. Now, if that were to happen, you could only watch the show on Stream TV. I wouldn't put it on YouTube. I wouldn't put it on anything like that because I'm getting tired of YouTube. I talked a little bit about that last week. How just forever frustrating it is to be on YouTube with these things. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm just letting you know that, you know, that's something I'm rolling around in my head. It's not in discussions or nothing like that. It's just something I've been tossing around and thinking, do I really want to do that? And last March was kind of a test. I was doing that as a test to see how well I could keep up with that type of thing. So I intentionally did not start that week's show until the Sunday before, you know, Sunday, and then we were doing the show on Friday. I did that on purpose just to see, can I do a complete show on a weekly basis? So it worked out really well. I was very happy with that. Dawn says, I am back. Oh, all right. Well, we're glad to have you. Glad to have you there, Dawn. So, all right. But that's what I'm looking to do here. Paul says, Jack, thank you for tonight and every Saturday night you make it bearable. Love you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Paul. You know, I wanted to get back on here. I was telling Ava, you know, after the haunted house, I wanted to jump back into this, and this is good for me to be doing as well. You know, we were talking about, you know, without opening the can of worms, you know, all the stress and anxiety, you know, that a lot of people are feeling right now, and I think it's nice just to go somewhere and just talk about, you know, big dumb fun stuff, you know, horror movies and science fiction movies, the old chiller movies. You know, I love the idea that you guys are sharing this time with me, and you know, chat about this stuff, and you know, I'll talk about it, you chat about it with myself and with each other, and I don't know, it's kind of neat that there's a place to you know, just chat about this old stuff. But you know what, Dorn, this is kind of weird too. I just mentioned about the Friday Night Frights in March. Last March, we did one every week. Unbeknownst to me, that month was going to be the lockdown. Everything was getting locked down. You know, people were being sent home from work. They were locking businesses down, and that's when, you know, they had social distancing. But then everybody, you know, they had the lock-in. Everybody you know, go to your home, stay at your house, only for the essentials and stuff like that. And I didn't I had no idea, obviously, that was going to happen, and it was a very anxious time in the country, obviously in the world. Okay, and that type of thing, it was encouraging seeing you guys, a lot of you guys, just joining me on those live shows. But I gotta say, it was probably as therapeutic for me to immerse myself into that kind of work and prepare for the show, and then to actually do it. It was a good feeling because for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, whether the amount of time was, we could just enjoy a nice old fashioned chiller movie, have a little fun back and forth, kind of like we're doing, on these Saturday nights with the live show on the pre show. And so it's as good for me as it is if you find it that way, especially during these times, these days that we're going through, then that's great. I know it helps me. So I look forward to these with or without the troubled times. So John says, fun facts. Did you know? Did you know that the movie The Curse of the Living Corpse starred Roy Schneider, who would later star in Jaws, okay, as a sheriff, and Candice Hilligoss in her only other movie after Carnival of Souls? I did not know that. I did not know that. I know that Candice didn't. She wasn't hardly in anything after Carnival of Souls. So that's kind of neat to know that was what she was in. Very, very little movie and TV time after that. Paul says, oh, I read that one. Brad says, well, any plans to bring back that wrestling dark horse back up then? I'd be lying if I told you I haven't talked about it. Been talking with the booker that I had gone through originally, Chad Henry, who was just an excellent, excellent guy to work with, and he made Dark Horse Championship Wrestling a lot of fun. We had a great time with it. And he just did an interview on somebody's podcast a couple weeks ago, where he wanted me to. He said, "I think you'll enjoy this." So I watched it, and he got to talking about DCW among many other things, wrestling related. And he brought up the fact that he jokingly calls me Don Hoagie, like because he says it's kind of like that little, like in the movie Mafia type of settings. He says it's a very tight group to get into, and you can only get into it. It's a very tight circle. It really was. It was hard to. We wouldn't just let anybody in. It was a very tight circle. You had to be recommended within only a certain amount of people. It wasn't, hey, can I bring my buddy? Can I? It wasn't like that. I mean, there were very few exceptions to that, and what exceptions we had were all run through Chad, because he knew the people who knew, and so yeah, he used to jokingly call me Don Hoagie. That came to wrestling, but I don't know. We'll see. I like to stay focused. I don't like too many plates spinning in the air. There was a time when I had so many plates spinning in the air at one time. Wasn't there, Ava? I mean, I had a lot of things going on.
But that's when you work the best, baby.
That's when I work the best. She said, I guess that's true. That's true.
I don't know how you do it. I don't. And you got so much going, spinning.
To give you an idea, there was actually one time when I had the chiller show, I had the haunted house, I had self-defense courses I was teaching. Remember that?
Yes, and then you had your wrestling federation.
And then I had Dark Horse Championship Wrestling on top of that. So, I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on, and Chiller Chat as well. So, Yeah, I don't know. It is a lot, and I put myself through a lot, just hoping one would really skyrocket in particular. So I thought, well, I'll take a chance and just do, maybe focus on the chiller theme of things for now. But we'll see. I can't say I've put DCW to bed forever. We'll see. Bonehead says my son is. Oh, we only got 10 minutes. Wow. Bonehead says my son is getting me a router for internet so I can get Stream TV and Roku channel to watch Saturday Night Chiller Night Theater. That's cool. And that brings me to a question somebody had asked last week. If this goes to where you can only watch Chiller Night Theater, maybe even Chiller Chat, I don't know. We do that live. Maybe I do Chiller Chat live too, exclusively. Um, to make it exclusively a stream TV thing. Maybe I would do that. I don't know. I'm really considering it. I think there's a little bit more of a novelty about it, and I also think there's a little bit more of a thrill when you're having a live production. This is going on right now. They're at the TV station. They're doing the show right now. I think that's a little more fun. I think it is personally. I don't know. Hopefully you will too if that happens. But somebody had asked me, is Stream TV free? And yes, the answer is yes. It's on Roku. It's a free channel to add to your Roku channels. So go to streammedia.tv, go there, scroll down to the side of the page, and you'll see where it says Roku. Click on that, get your code, and connect. It takes about 2 minutes to do. It's very simple, and Michelle has a little hand waving from the grave. All right, thanks for joining us, Michelle. Brad says you can have guests at the studio with the pre-show. I've thought about that, because if I do Chiller Night Theater from the studio, that'd be kind of neat to do this and have this set up at the studio. Obviously there'd be a little gap in time, so I could go and make my slip into something more uncomfortable before starting Chiller Night Theater. But I don't know how we'd do that, but I'm keeping an open mind to it. Bonehead says, thank you and all the Chiller Night crew for making Saturday nights a great time. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I look forward to hearing from everybody every week. It's like an extended family here. Thank yous all. I appreciate that. That's kind of how I look at it. A little chiller group, the little family of chiller maniacs. No, I do. I always appreciate every Saturday night you guys joining me and each other here. It's a fun time. And the Angry Pennsylvanian, we're here every Saturday, Bonehead. Well, usually. Yeah. Yeah. Well, me, except for during October, unfortunately. As of yet, maybe there's a way to figure that out, but I haven't done it yet. And Bonehead says, oh yeah, Angry, I've been tuning in for a year now, and Chiller Night is the best. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Brad says, the Stream Media TV studio. It's in Oil City, Pennsylvania, northwest Pennsylvania. To give you an idea, there's Pittsburgh, there's Erie. We're a little closer to Erie. The Anchor, Pennsylvania. Being here is sort of an homage to my youth. Homage, yeah. That's why I'm here doing this, because it was to me as well, because I loved horror movies. I loved the horror comics, like the EC comics. I loved Chiller Theater, and that's why I do what I do. I used to love that stuff. Angry Pennsylvania, I used to watch Chilly Billy. Science Fiction Theater, I used to watch that too. I love that. And Ghost Host, all out of Pittsburgh in the late 70s and 80s when I was a kid. Now I gotta say, I didn't watch Ghost Host. Didn't watch that one. I didn't even know about that show at the time it was on. I just thought there was Chiller Theater and Science Fiction Theater. So I love the Angry Pennsylvania. I love being here. And Bonehead says, me too. Geez, I miss Chiller Theater and Chilly Billy. Thank God I got the experience of growing up. Me too. Me too. Good times on Saturday nights. Brad says, 10 minutes until Chiller Night Theater. Yes. Now we got 5. Brad says, and again, we miss you and Ava when you were gone. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I missed you guys as well. I missed doing this when I could slow my mind down enough to do so. I had so much going on. So let me throw the schedule up there one more time. One more time,
and I haven't
folks.
bumped your camera
Yeah,
once.
I
Not once.
thank you, Ava. Thank you for not bumping my camera, not even once. So we do appreciate that. I appreciate that. Our viewers appreciate that.
Because you like kicked it.
uh, all right. Here we go. 9 o'clock. Coming up here in just a few minutes. Jack Shadow features Beast from Haunted Cave. 11 p.m. Chili Chat. My guest is Phil Wilson. Just a really super good episode. I really enjoyed that one. 11:30. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Last Man on Earth. It's an older episode. That was before I actually joined on with Stream TV. But a good episode nonetheless, and a very good movie. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Joshua D. Maley. And 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is the one and only Night of the Living Dead. Which by the way, I was talking to Chili Billy Cardell, and he told me the story of George Romero watching on Chiller Theater. He was watching The Last Man on Earth, and that movie there was the inspiration for Night of the Living Dead. So that's kind of neat. We're watching two movies tonight that kind of connect there in one way or the other. All right, Bonehead says, "Thank God Brian keeps Chiller Theater alive." I appreciate that. The only thing I asked Chili Billy was, I asked him, "Are you okay with me using a title that real similar?" I knew legally I was fine, but I just out of a professional courtesy and my vast respect for Bill Cardell, I asked him. I said, "Are you okay?" Before I start this, are you okay if I use a similar name? And he says, "Yeah, Brian, that's fine. That is no problem. You could have even used that if somebody hadn't grabbed the Chiller Theater title, and they now have the rights to that particular title." He said, "You could have used Son of Chiller, or something like that." He said, I was all for it. So he was very supportive of me, and I was very fortunate to have known him. And John says, "You have been watching Chiller Night Theater live pre-show with Brian Hogue. Remember the holiday specials?" Okay. Only 12 days till Thanksgiving. All right. That's a good thought. Good thought. Brett says, 5 minutes till Chiller Night Theater. Get your Rokus ready and pop up your Corona. There you go. Paul says, "Good night. See you next week. Same time, same bat channel." All right. We will be here, Paul, and all the rest of you. So thank you for taking time once again on a Saturday night to join myself and Ava, wherever she is.
I'm here.
There she is. and with each other as well. So Al says good night, everyone. All right. So folks, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good chiller night. Ava, do you have anything to say? Voice of Ava.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend. All right. See you, folks. We'll see you next week.